Treasures can be found in the most ordinary of places. A worn cardboard box can neatly contain a wealth of memories. Experiences become reborn if the right technology can be discovered. But once unlocked, a fascinating story takes flight.
There's an aura about it. It's an airplane that has a tremendous history to it.
These are rare images of Pratt Whitney's former flying test bed, a Boeing B-52 Stratofortress once housed at Connecticut's Bradley International Airport. Only 5 employees ever flew the magnificent machine.
And there was 143 switches.
Ken Benson was one of them.
In 1968, when the JT-9D was developed and going to market, Boeing insisted that the engine fly before they put it on their 4-engine 747. So we acquired a B-52 from the Air Force.
Benson, now a volunteer at the New England Air Museum, is a former pilot and test engineer for Pratt Whitney. Years later, his helmet and jacket are still in pristine order. The only thing missing is his plane.
The thing that I pride myself on, and everybody looks at me like I'm a two-headed billy goat at times, is I said we taught ourselves how to fly the airplane.
Recollections of flying are as rich as the film kept safely in his possession.
And the fella that I was replacing, his name was George Gordon, said, "Benson, get up here and gonna learn to fly this airplane." I said, "Yeah, about time. Yay. Yeah, that seat, let me in." Yeah. And so I left the flight test engineer seat in the back of the airplane and climbed into the co-pilot seat, and I got my first landing was at twilight here at Bradley Airport.
This recent taxi down memory lane is thanks to the awakening of another sleeping giant, this time in the Arizona desert. After 7 years in storage, the United States Air Force made history by successfully firing up Pratt's TF-33 engines on a B-52 called Ghost Rider from the Boneyard, a long-term storage facility at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base. It's the first time a B-52 has been resurrected after sitting idle for so long.
The B-52 is, quote, an antique. I mean, airplane's 50 years old, or better. And having it come out of storage like that, having been in that long time, and the fact is that we can do that and do it successfully, I think it's a credit to our systems and to our technology.
Unfortunately, Benson's beloved B-52 had a much shorter life than its Ghost Rider sister.
The following videotape footage was filmed at Bradley International Airport on the 4th of October 1979, showing the damage done to the hangar, Building 172, and the B-52 flight test bed.
Damaged after a violent tornado raced through Windsor Locks. Film once again captures a moment. A fortress apparently vulnerable at rest. Repairs took a year and she flew again for 18 months before retirement in the Boneyard.
It was quite traumatic here at the airport.
Years later, the nostalgia is palpable. Staring at a successful rebirth in the desert, Benson remembers what it was like guiding this massive metallic bird. A treasured experience often revisited in a memory. Or through an old film kept in a box.
So there was a lot of romance. It was the true romance.